It's time for a message from the future. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Wicked Gamer und Collector, and today it's time for a message from the future. A little shout out to Chris Wade, number 8, because he sent me an email and let me know there was a new portable system out. Yes, but this is not our, let's say our typical basic cheap ass portable system from China. Now, first of all, this is from the brand Powkitty. Powkitty has released a new portable system, and this one is the X18. So they are expanding the portable systems from China. The family is growing bigger. We have a lot of systems from the X6, the X12, X16, and now we have the X18. So yeah, what can we expect for our money? We're going to do a little bit of an talking about it. Going to order it ASAP because I wanted to check it out. But looking at this thing, I am thinking more like, hey, does this thing look like a GPD? And for the people who don't know what is a GPD, a little further going back into the time. This is what we call the GPD. This is already the second version they released. So GPD, Powkitty, GPD, Powkitty. So yeah, they. If I look at this and they were telling me it is the same factory who making these things, I'm not surprised because man, it looks really like the GPD. So yeah, even this little bar here. But yeah, nevertheless, I really love this top. Let me know what you think of this. I really love to know. Let's scroll a little bit down because I'm very curious. What is this thing capable of? First of all, it supports 60 emulators, but I'm guessing this thing is running on Android. So basically, Android supports a lot of great emulators. So it supports a lot of platforms. But keep in mind, now that's something I really need to point out for the people who don't know, the GPD is a very powerful machine. And yeah, it got a very good support and a lot of games are running perfectly on this system. But yeah, it's not a cheap system. It's not a system for, let's say, $50. It's a system, as you can see already beginning of the video, this thing costs around $120. So it's not very cheap. It has the 5.5-inch LCD screen. I'm very curious if they're using the EPS screen like the first generation of GPDs. It's got all, of course, the same support of games. What I really loved about this GPD or this Powkitty already is that it supports Dreamcast and PSP. I don't know how the support is of the emulator, that everything's working perfectly, because the GPD had some big problems with PSP, I can tell you that. So yeah, it's running on 7.0, so there's not a newest version of Android, but alright, nevertheless, it's not a 4.4 like a lot of these cheap ass systems. And even got a 5000 milliamp battery inside, so we can play for a couple of hours, so that's very nice. It supports Bluetooth, so we can hook up some controllers to it and use it like an, let's say, an Android box or a game console itself. It's saying it's well designed, so that's something we need to figure out when it comes in. And overall, it's got more like the same features like the GPD. I'm very curious how is the layout, because you needed to reflash your GPD if you want to have a totally new layout, because to be honest, I didn't like the GPD of the original layout. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. I really love to know. The specs. Yeah, the specs are good. More like the older GPD version. And so far I know the old GPD Android version is not for sale anymore. So it's more like, let's say, the nemesis for the GPD. Again, let me know what you think of this. I really love to know. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, and see you next time to a message from the future.